What's up, Grizz Nation? I'm Kelcey Wright Johnson. Today, I am joined by a very special guest, Sam Kerr, who is part of Chelsea FC, as well as the Australian national football team. Now, Sam, I see that you're wearing a Memphis Grizzlies shirt right now. When and why did you become a Grizzlies fan?
Honestly, the Grizzlies is one of the most famous teams in Australia, I think, mainly because of their colours and their old school jerseys. I think they've always been a huge hit in Australia. But recently, obviously, their new draft pick, Ja Morant, absolutely love him. I mean, who can't? He's a star, and he's going to be a player for a long time in the NBA. So he's been really exciting and really drawn me back to the Grizzlies.
Okay, so I feel like I can know the answer to this one, but if you could shoot hoops with any of the Memphis Grizzlies right now, past or present, who would it be and why?
Yeah, definitely Ja Morant. I think he's got a bit of swag about him. He's got a bit of star power, and he's so young. So yeah, definitely him.
One thing that you and Ja Morant have in common is your epic celebrations. We've seen you punch flags, after your World Cup goal back in 2019. We also see you do backflips. How would you rate Ja's joggle celebration this season?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I love when any player on the field or on the court expresses themselves. I think it's awesome when people have a bit of swag about him, and he definitely has that.
Sam, what are you most looking forward to with the NBA restart coming up?
I think just the competitiveness. I think everyone in lockdown has missed, seeing people compete, top athletes compete, and the NBA is great for that. Every game has something on the line, and I think especially going back into this competition, it's going to be massive, and the competitiveness is just going to show through.
The NBA is restarting, and so is the WNBA. Now, you've been a part of a lot of firsts in terms of gender equality for soccer, like being one of the first women in the FIFA video game, where WNBA players were just added to NBA 2K this season. How important do you think it is to promote women's sports in the same fashion that we promote men's?
Yeah, I think it's really important. I think, everyone kind of resonates with athletes, but it's really nice to have someone as the same gender as you. I know growing up as a kid, I didn't have many female role models. So now these kids have, endless amount of people to look up to, and to have them in their game or, on a poster or on a banner outside the stadium, it is really important. And it's someone that you can kind of look up to and aspire to be.
We've seen a lot on Twitter, young boys and young girls wearing your jersey. Now, knowing the high and unproportionate rate that young girls drop out of sports, what would be your message to young girls?
Yeah, I think, the road's never easy, but if you love what you do, I think it will all be worth it. And there's always going to be bumps along the roads, and especially as a female athlete, you face those challenges, I guess, more, but it makes it all so much worth it. When you're doing what you love, you're representing your country, or you're playing for a professional team, it's an amazing thing to be a part of, and you get such a family being involved in sport. So it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be so worth it. So stick with it and love what you do.
Sam, you have won hundreds of awards throughout your career, including Young Australian of the Year. You won an ESPY. Taking a step back, which award are you most proud of, and why?
I think for me, I guess if I'm talking about personal awards, it would probably be my Golden Boots at Chicago and Sky Blue. I think for me that was a real turning point in my career, just proving to not only my club, my teammates, and my coaches that I could do it back to back to back, but myself really. So it was a real turning point in my career and gave me that confidence to kind of evolve into the next player.
Thank you so much for your time today, Sam, and thank you for supporting the Memphis Grizzlies. Everyone at home, you can catch the first regular season game in the NBA restart on July 31st against the Portland Trail Blazers.